So I bet you're wondering, like, why are you doing this? And maybe you're not asking. Maybe someone less important than you is asking, why are you doing this? And to them, I'll answer. I don't really know. No, I think the reason why I'm doing this, I've got like three real big reasons why I want to take this on. The first one really is like I just want to like really get a better understanding of myself. So this endeavor, fart, as some may call it. Fart is just like an introspection of like my personality and my identity because when I was younger, I used to get called Fart a lot. My name is D'Artagnan, but people call me Dart a lot of the time. And when they call me Dart, they go, "Oh my god, that rhymes with fart." Who would have guessed? Like that. Like it really hit because I've always felt my name is really important, not only because it's my name and my identity, but I was like, no, my name's really big, like it has some weight to it. I should do something with a name so grand. Fart stuck for a long time. Stuck in the shorts actually. But I just kept sitting on it and I was like, it's a part of myself that I put behind me, right? Like I was like, oh, I got bullied, forget about it, it doesn't matter anymore. But like they do, right? Like all of these things, all of these experiences equal up to something. So I wanted to kind of start exploring parts of myself and why they became to be this way. So when I first started, it was really this like kind of vision of just making like stupid over dramatized versions of like some, core memories and traumas I had. But I was like, though that may still like appear or like show up in some way, I don't want that to be like the point. Really, I want to just again explore like what creates an identity, and again like how much we latch on to these identities that we grow through. Because like I'm not the same person I was yesterday, let alone the 12-year-old I was like 18 years ago. But yet those parts of me still reside, and I still have difficulty not associating with that identity or not still feeling like I'm in that space or coming from that space when I, emote or when I get triggered by something. I go, shit, that's the 13-year-old me being really offended by something stupid. But the second reason, I feel it's my purpose. Like I've always been talkative, I've always been musical, I've always been theatric, I've always been dramatic. I've always been a big personality, and I think over time I started to shrink myself a lot. And I think this is kind of a way to bring back that big personality that I had and get reacquainted with the self that I used to be so comfortable with. I also feel that this is just like good therapy, like confronting a couple of my big things that you may share. I have a huge fear of confrontation. I'm a rebel at heart, but I tend to work with societal rules. Like I really try to be polite and comfortable with everyone, and I want everyone to feel comfortable with me. But in doing so, I shut off parts of myself to make myself easier to digest, and that has become an issue so much that it's almost automatic that I have really shrunk myself and am afraid to deal with the confrontation that someone may not like who I am or how I behave. And realizing that just because they don't like it doesn't mean it's not okay, or that doesn't mean it's not right for me. It just means we have a difference. And I'm still, though I know that consciously, I'm still going through the subconscious difficulties of doing that because my identity still associates with wanting to be loved and wanting to be liked and to be granted validation and attention. So, obviously, this is the internet. I don't expect people to be nice forever, though my friends and family and a lot of people have been supportive of my work so far. I'm waiting for the day that I'm going to be called a slur, like I'm waiting for the day that people are just going to start attacking me for being who I am, and having to learn that though they're scared or they're uncomfortable, that I need to be stronger and more comfortable in myself. So that's something I really want to do with this project and do with this channel and do with my life. I want to be more comfortable with putting myself out there. So, welcome to it. I'm an earth sign, I'm a Taurus. Me and my partner have always made this joke. We both have ADHD. We're really bad at keeping time. So we got a bunch of clocks, but none of them work. I shouldn't say none. If you can hear it, there are 3 in the house that are functioning. One's in the kitchen, one's right there, and then one of these clocks works. I think it's that one. But point being is like, we've just decided to collect these timepieces, and it's kind of a joke that, time is really important, but really it's relative. Like we've been together quite a few years, and it still feels relatively new. We still find a lot of new things about each other. We still find love, and I think that's a beautiful thing. Either way, I'm getting off topic. I just wanted to tell you about myself and my life just a little bit. As D'Artagnan likes to say, point. There's also this big, the biggest thing that I want to face is this. I somehow have both the fear of failure and the fear of success. If I fail, then it just proves to me that I'm a piece of shit, I'm worth nothing, and nothing's good about me, right? So there's this fear of failing because it will just continually perpetuate this idea that I already have in my head that I'm not worthy enough for it all. But then there's the fear of success, where if I do well, I will be expected to do well more. And if I start to do that, people will look at me as a failure, even though I've achieved, because I'm not achieving enough, or I'm not working as hard as I was, or I'm not as good as I was when I started. That is a huge fear of mine. But I think the thing is, people grow, people change, and you need to be okay with, people not liking you, or people not losing interest in you. And I think that's okay, because I lose interest in things all the time. It's normal. It's healthy. It's okay. And I feel like when people hear me say it's okay, they think it's like a sarcastic thing, but I mean, it's an all right thing. You can breathe and it's all going to be okay. Even if they don't like you anymore, it's okay. You can find people who do, who enjoy the new you and enjoy the things you do. And that's what I would like to achieve. So if you think farts are funny, give me a like, subscribe, leave a comment, send me your favorite farts. I don't know. Tell me what you're afraid of. Honestly, I want to know. I like that conversation. That conversation is one of my favorites. Because I can tell you 100 fears of mine. And a lot of them I have recognition of and can work through, but not, it doesn't mean that I still don't have a little bit of fear about them. You get kind of scared. Well, kind of going with what I said, right? With you guys, is I just want to make a difference. Is really the big thing. Is I really want to change the world around me. I'm fine. I'm hitting 30. I'm getting old. Especially in this sphere. I'm getting old. And I really am tired of doing things for myself and having this idea of well, I want to be famous, or I want to be rich, or I want to be this. I. Am I right? What I desire now is to help you and to help the world and to help my nephew, my family, my friends. I really just want to find more ways to be part of my community and benefit my community. And I think I can do that through some level of self-actualization, but I think it really is what can I do for you? How can I help out more? What can I offer to you that I have? What do I have to offer you? And I think it's just open communication and honesty and listening. And again, I wouldn't call it research, but I really do find a lot of interest in these things. And I do listen to a lot, and I do read a lot, and I do think a lot about this. I contemplate things. And I love hard questions. Please give me questions that are hard to answer. I would like to sit here and dwell on them and feel something. I think if I can give you anything, is I want you to feel something. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel happier. I want you to feel, comfortable in yourself. I want you to aspire towards something more. I want you to contribute to the world what you have to offer. But I think that's just it, is I really want to make a difference. Whether that means I help you find yourself, that I help you discover yourself, or if I help you understand that the feelings you're feeling aren't just yours and that there are people out there that feel similarly. Again, I'm this old and I'm still scared of not knowing who I am. And there are pieces that I know very well and there are pieces that I don't. And I think that's going to be true till I die. And there'll be pieces that I'm no, that's never changed, and I always know that. But people change, people grow. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So I would love to help you guys grow. And that is another one of my goals, or one of the reasons why I do this. What inspires me to keep doing this, even though it makes me physically ill, uncomfortable, and stresses me out most of the day. And if I'm not doing this actively, I feel like I'm wasting my life at the same time. So it's a very complicated feeling, but I do love you guys. It's just we can put our Facebook status to it's complicated, But truly, the last thing I really want to offer to you guys, or why I'm doing this, or what I'd like to get out of this, is to have fun. I've really lost a lot of joy in my life through apathy and a loss of identity and a loss of a sense of self. And it's been really hard to climb back, and I still struggle with that. Though there are days where I feel really empowered and I feel strong and I can do anything in the world, and there's nothing I can't complete. I still then go, I'm a piece of shit. I'm going to do nothing with my life, and I'm a complete failure. And those fluctuate quite hard. And I really just want to make sure I keep trying to put more fun and more joy and more creativity into my life, because I think what really brings me down, or what saddens me the most, is when I have sat around and done absolutely nothing. I think it's good to rest, but I think when I catch myself choosing rest over creativity when I've already rested, I think I'm just getting lazy, and or I'm avoiding the work because I know that it's going to be hard, and in the sense of like maybe not in difficulty of like the craft itself, but the energy or the things that I'm going to have to do to actually work through that creativity and express what I'm trying to express. So I'm just hoping this project does that, and I get to have fun, and you guys get to have fun with me, and I get to be performative and stupid and silly, and I can walk around and do dumb things, and hopefully this stupid fucking cast comes off. It's not a cast. This stupid fucking hand will fix itself so I can actually feel comfortable and excited to do things for you. So I love you guys. Please leave a like, subscribe, the bell, all the other YouTube stuff. If you want to support the channel, please do in any way you can, whether that be liking, commenting, or subscribing. Or if you'd even like to give me some ideas, or hey, if you want to make something of your own, go do that. I dare you to make a video about something you're afraid of. Go do it. I dare you. I fucking triple dog dare you, dog.